me today, I would love to work with you for your facility, home, center, or ministry. Let's do it.
Mark your calendars and join MCCA in Austin, Texas, April 2024. We can't wait to see you there.
Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. And how are you? It has been a minute. It has been a minute. It's been a minute since I seen y'all, since I have had the opportunity to come here and speak with you. But I just knew I had to come speak to you because you missed the evidence of learning training on today. You missed it, you missed it, you missed it. So I want to recap just a little bit with you so that you can become abreast of everything that happened. Because as you can see, as I told you, oh, honey, my life my phone died, and so it did not save. But I could not end today without just expressing my gratitude for everyone who registered, everyone who came, everyone who participated across multiple platforms. But you hear the music, you know what time it is. So come on, let's get into it. We have to do it. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. For those who don't know, listen, this is how it goes. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 ¿cómo está? Estoy bien, estoy bien. Espero que tú estás bien. Hola, 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 ¿cómo está? Estoy bien, estoy bien. Espero que tú estás bien. Yes, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. I am excited. I don't know about you, but I am thankful for today. I really am. Of any days before, I'm thankful for right now and what is to potentially come. For those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Melody McGuire. I am an early childhood education expert, a national accreditation specialist, and I have the pleasure of serving as the founder, CEO of the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time, also known as ECE Circle Time. And when we come together on the ECE Circle Time platform, that is an opportunity for us to network, connect, and be uplifted. Yes, we're going to network, we're going to connect, and we are going to be uplifted. That is because as an early childhood educator, I know that sometimes the work that we do, we may feel overlooked, we may feel marginalized, but as early childhood educators, we are the ones that help to set the foundation for young children to learn, to grow, to develop, and to thrive. So, as much as I possibly can, I'm going to do my best to ensure that anytime you and I interact, it is an uplifting going, there is a connection going, and that we are networking because we are better together. No longer working in silos, no longer feeling that, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this all by myself. Nobody cares. Yes, there is somebody that cares. And if it's nobody that you know me now because I care. I care. And I care because young children, their families, and your community need you. They need you to be present. They need you to show up. They need you to be doing the best that you can. It is so important as early childhood educators that we have a framework in which we are using as a guideline to communicate and to have a great environment for the children. And on today, for our June evidence of learning training, we talked about building a strong classroom framework. There were five important key things that I wanted to share with everyone. And not only did we share those five, we mentioned about three more. And that's the thing that I love about being an early childhood educator, especially those that are serving in the classroom. We may come to the children into our classroom with an idea or a thought of something that we want the children to learn. But when we are collaborating with the children, when we are communicating with the children, sometimes things will take on a different course. And as it takes on its course, it begins to develop and blossom. And today, during our evidence of learning, was something that was just like that. So I'm going to share with you the five things and give you the plus three. Okay. I'm going to share with you the five things and give you the plus three. I'm going to give you a second to get your pen and your piece of paper, or go ahead and hit screen record because I know that's what you want to do. You want to hit screen record. And if you don't, save this video for next time so that you can go back to it. But as I stated, I am going to give a few friends a moment to get a pen and a piece of paper because some people like to take notes during that opportunity. So go ahead. We'll give you mm, about a minute. Give you a minute to get your notes, to get your water. I won't be here long, but also to share this video and save it with a friend. Give you a second. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Mrs. E. Welcome to the EQ Kids crew. As a first grade teacher, I see the importance of kids knowing their emotions on a daily basis. Children can be very emotional and have a strong emotional response to things they see, hear, or do, and they might not know what to do with those big feelings. This can lead to tantrums, hitting, bullying, and a whole host of other problem behaviors. That's why it's important for adults to have a good understanding of their child's emotional needs and how to help them respond in healthy and safe ways. What's even more important is how adults model managing their emotions for their kids. With the EQ Kids crew, the social emotional card game for kids, adults and children will get to learn more about themselves and each other's emotions. Don't worry, emotions can be fun. I can't wait to introduce you to my class. They love our special EQ time and helping other kids learn about their emotions too. Oh, it's time for class! Stick around for the next video to learn how to play the game, the EQ Kids crew, the social emotional card game for kids.
I just love that video. I love that video. We had the owner of the EQ Kids, Miss Chelsea Elliott, on when she first started that program, and it has blossomed so much. I definitely am going to have to invite her back so that we all can get an opportunity to get reacquainted with her, and she can tell you about all of the dynamic work that she's doing. So back to what we're talking about, the thinking tips and about building a strong classroom framework. You have got to, as an early childhood educator, number one, know that you have a choice to make a difference in the lives of children, in the lives of their families, in the lives of the community, but first in your life. It is so important that you choose every day to shine as much as you possibly can, that you choose every day to do what you know that you need to do. I mean, it is a reciprocal relationship. As much as you're giving to the children and to others, you have to also think about your star player. And when you think about that star player and you put yourself in a position to intend and apply to have a wonderful day, you'll begin to see how things align up. I know it's cliche. People talk about it all the time, but what you think about, you bring about. Okay, I'm going to say it again. It is often cliche, but what you think about, you bring about. If you're looking for something negative to happen, if you're going based off of another person's experience, guess what? That's what's going to show up. That's what you're going to receive because that is all your attention is on. Now, during our evidence of learning sessions, they are for programs that are going through the process of becoming nationally accredited. In this industry, we do have childcare programs that are operating and opening with just either a city or a state license. They are valuable businesses and doing work in the community because childcare, no matter what anybody says, childcare is the backbone of our economy. Now, earlier we talked about how we know that sometimes as early childhood educators, we may feel that we may be overlooked. We may feel as if we are marginalized because people say, hey, you don't have to have credentials to work in early childhood. Yes, that is true. However, with the programs that I work with and serve alongside that are becoming nationally accredited, they are working on to obtain a higher standard. The standard is higher than the city, it's higher than their state, it is nationally. And when we come together every month and we talk about those things that they are doing, then I give them insight to help them. And this month, we did talk about the classroom framework. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was such a wonderful session. So I want to give you just a little bit about what we talked about so that you can see it and get this information for yourself. When we're looking at building a strong classroom framework, we must also understand that just as childcare is the backbone of our economy, we also have to look at and ensure that teachers and children in the classroom are able to do exactly what they need to do. And this will help them to sustain their national accreditation and then also continue to work to better the work that they do. So we're going to go ahead and slide on through. As I stated earlier before we took our little break, I came with 5 things that I felt that we should have, that we should be working on. But with those who attended, we discovered basically 3 more other C's that we should also look at too. So we want to go from just a C, 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 C to a see what we can do. So I want to breeze through some of this and we'll talk about that later. But in this video, and I'm not going to show the video, but you can go to my personal social media platforms, Instagram, ECE with Miss Melody, also Facebook or TikTok. You'll see this next video, and that is of a field colleague, Mr. Trayvon McNeil. He's in the Carolinas. He did a video during the midst of the pandemic, which was really funny. I reshared it and I saved it. And so, as I stated right here, if you follow the steps within the 5 pillars, don't be surprised that things are really working out for you. So yeah, at the start of your day, you go in, you're amped up and pumped, but at the end of the day, you are like, somebody come help me. Somebody come help me. And as a matter of fact, I think I do have this one available for you.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Okay, don't act like it's just me. I know this video is a little seasoned, but don't act like you don't have a day like this. Come on. Let me remind you.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Of course, the goal is to ensure that at the end of the day, you are not like that. I do not want you going home. It shouldn't be tiresome. Serving as an early childhood educator may be tiring because you burnt all of your calories. You've been working out all day. But at the end of the day, you should still have some joy about you. So, another thing I do want to point out, and I love this quote, that education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. With the 5 C's, the pillars, you will be able to ensure that not only are you thinking and setting up your children for success, but they are also helping themselves and being autonomous in their thoughts too, because that's important. We want the children to know that they have voices and they matter. And that is something that's very important when it comes to national accreditation. Your accreditation verifiers, they're going to be really looking at the teacher-child interaction in the classroom. Like, we're not the old school way of teaching where you're just, sitting down on the carpet with the children and or sitting at a chair and having the children sit at the desk, because that was what I thought. Like, 20 some years ago, when I joined this field, I had just came from serving a year with Hands on Atlanta AmeriCorps. And with serving with Hands on Atlanta AmeriCorps, I was in an elementary school setting for about 1,500 hours, close to 10 months. And I needed to do something different. And my thought process was that when I began to work with a younger age group, that I can help shape and mold them differently. But that's not how it works. And for those of you who don't know my story, the first time that I worked in a child care center, like day one, I really thought like it was going to be over. Like, I thought that was going to be the day that I died. And when I first walked into the child care setting, because I went in with the thought process of children need to be seen and not heard, seen and not heard, that they don't think. And that was the wrong way to do it. But as I've grown in this industry and in this field, I realized that research based techniques and helping to improve the learning of the children will also improve the quality of the program. So I'm gonna give you a few more, but here it is. I'm gonna stop right here. Today, that sustainable practice and implementing national accreditation standards, how it will work. And I talk to the teachers to let them know these are the 5 things, and we got 3 more too. But these are the 5 things that we need to be looking at: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creativity, and a continuum of quality. Now, all of that to sustain that classroom framework, that is the teacher, including the children. The collaboration comes from the teacher embracing the ideas of the children. The children must also be co-creators in their environment and with the learning and the lesson plan. It is okay for some programs if they have the thematic curriculums, or where they may purchase a curriculum from a provider and it gives them what they need to do every single day for the year. That's also fine. But we have to leave room, which is a part of the evidence of learning. We have to leave room for the children's ideas and their thoughts to show up in the classroom. The communication is something that is also very, very important during and building your classroom framework, and also during the accreditation. You have to communicate with the children. It can't just be a monologue or a lecture. Right now, unless you're commenting, it's one directional. I'm just giving you this information. And I know that you're able to attain this information because of your ability to be able to think, your ability to be able to write things down, or however you want to do it. But in the classroom, there has to be a two-way communication between the teacher and the children. And with that two-way communication, it has to be a level of respect that's there. Another pillar that we talked about is the critical thinking. If And again, there's definitely nothing wrong with purchasing curriculums that are already pre created. That's helpful, especially because we have some programs or some people that do not have experience. Your teachers are just like how I was when I first started in the industry. I had my high school diploma, I had some college credit, but I had no experience in early childhood. There was someone that took a faith walk with bringing me on. I started out as a substitute teacher, but even still, as a substitute teacher, that means that somebody has to bring you on to the team to be able to do what it is that you need to do. The other thing is, along with the critical thinking, is that if we give children the opportunity to express and to think, and us to receive that, it opens up the door for us to expand their knowledge, that zone of proximal development, to give them a little bit more, to stretch them a little bit more. Another thing is the creativity. It has to be there. Everything in your classroom should not be completely store bought. And especially, let me just remove this so that y'all can see me real quick. Can you see me? I hope you see me, because I'm getting ready to say something. Everything 3 feet and under, that's for the children. Everything 3 feet and up, that's for you and all the other adults. Many of your children that you're working with or serving, they're not taller than 3 feet unless they're school agers. So the artwork, the other material in your classroom, such as your classroom rules, such as graphs and charts, those are things that should also be at the eye level of the children, especially if you're doing a graph or a chart, like from a math or some other type of experience, because when they see their work, they begin to accept and know that what I say, what I do, what I produce has value and it's worth being seen. We want to make sure that we have that available for them. Okay. So listen up, everything doesn't have to be store bought. That creativity. And then also the continuum of quality. Now I know you're like, okay, well, Melody, what's up with the continuum of quality? That is your set of standards. There are over 5, 8 of different national accreditation bodies. Let me come back on, because I gotta say something to you. There is more than one national accreditation body. For those of you who are leaders, it is best for you to find the national accreditation body that fits well with the dynamics of your program. I'm saying that as politically correct as I can say it. I'm saying it the best way I can say it. There is more than one accreditation body. It's more than two. There's more than three. There's more than one way to reach a continuum of quality. High quality programs are all around us. Some programs that I've worked with have been closer to following national accreditation policies and standards than others. The level of your program depends upon what you have set as the standard in your center, your program, your facility. Some programs are okay with just following the state standards, just making sure the doors are open, that the place is safe, and we provide some level of care. Ooh, I need to tiptoe. I need to tiptoe. I need to tiptoe a little bit, but I'm not. I'm about to walk heavy. Some programs are okay with that, and that's fine. But if you're watching that and you're watching this video, you're not that type of program. Your expectation, whether you are the owner, director, or someone in the classroom, and even a parent, your expectation is for your program to not only meet the needs of the children, but to exceed the needs and the expectations of your stakeholders. Your stakeholders are the parents. Your stakeholders are even also licensing, because they have a part of what goes on in your program. Your stakeholders are the staff. Your stakeholders are your advisory board. Everybody is in business for a different reason. But a part of the reason that you're in business and that you're watching this video is because you have an expectation to do and be the very best. And having a continuum of quality, choosing a national accreditation program that is in alignment with what your program offers. Alignment can mean staff qualifications. That can be an alignment. Different programs have different requirements. One program requires that 60% of your lead teachers have a bachelor's degree or higher and or are working on it. 60%. Okay, so that means that let's do the numbers. If you had 10 classrooms, 6 lead teachers need to have a bachelor's degree or higher. One accreditation body requires that your lead teachers have a CDA or state equivalent credential, but only 33% have to have it. So that means that if you had 3 classrooms and one teacher has that CDA, guess what? You're eligible for national accreditation. Does that make any program better than the other? No. But what you work and what you have to do is make sure that you are aligned with the program that best represents the needs and the seed, meaning where you want to go with your program. You want to make sure that it's in alignment. So I said a little bit. I said a little bit without saying much, but you know what I said. So when it all boils down to what we talked about today, it's really about the respect and the rapport of what needs to be happening in the classroom amongst the teachers and the children. In order to have that strong classroom framework, you have to have a relationship. You really have to have a relationship with those children. You really have to build a rapport. And the relationship and the rapport is completely different. And all of that starts with the hello. From when the child walks into the classroom. And even what starts before the hello of a child coming into the classroom is you knowing exactly why you're there, you knowing your purpose of why you're serving, you saying, hey, I'm going to do what I need to do for the children. I'm going to.
He can
Uh-oh.
be the assistant janitor.
Here you go.
That's not fair. It is fair. I wanted to do that.
Excuse me, girls.
I'm not doing enough.
Excuse me, girls. We're going to have to figure out a way. Come back, Journey. We are going to have to figure out a way for you two to play amicably.
What does amicably mean?
Amicably means that you play together, you play nice, you play fair.
Okay, let's see.
And so what would be a way to play nice or fair?
Well, I want to be the janitor, so maybe, well, you can make the toppings.
See, that is working together.
You can make the toppings, Journey. You can make the toppings.
But we have to set this place up in the right order.
Wait, I get to set the toppings.
Would I say that that was perfectly timed? When you're working in the classroom, it's about everyone, that collaborative effort, that communication, that ensuring that the children are thinking critically, and you not always telling them what they need to think or do. Remember the phrase from Albert Einstein, it is not about just learning the facts, but helping them to be able to think on their own. And so, as educators in the classroom, if we do not have that communication with the children, if we are not providing, a collaboration with the children, if we're not challenging them to think, to solve their own problems, if we're not allowing them to be creative and we're not setting a standard, then it won't work. It won't work. See, collaboration allows the respect to be there between you, not always, intervening, but you being there. The communication allows us to be able to guide that conversation. The critical thinking gives them room to resolve their own issues. The creativity gives respect to their space and their ideas, and your continuum of quality allows for your standards, whatever standards that you're using, to also be your guideline and your measurement in the classroom. So, y'all, today was a really, 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 really great session. I know that we are going to be coming on live more and sharing more and giving more, because we definitely want everybody, every classroom, every center, every program, whether it is a preschool, daycare, childcare, family childcare provider, whatever program, the children deserve the best. The children deserve the best. And your attitude of gratitude should be that I'm in this space with the children. I belong here, and I'm going to give them my very best. I'm going to respect them. I'm going to collaborate with them. I'm going to communicate with them. I'm going to leave room for there to just be silence. I'm going to leave room for me to just take notes and observe what's happening in the classroom. As I shared with them on today, many of us work 8+ hours. It's okay if we have a messy project. It's okay. It's okay. That the learning does not just take place during circle time in the morning. Learning is taking place all throughout the day. You don't have to just have circle time at 9 a.m. You have circle time in the middle of the day. You have circle time or other learning opportunities during the evening. There shouldn't be, well, okay, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Everybody put up and let's just get a book and sit here and wait for the parents. No. Let the parents come in and see you still actively engaged. See that you're still going through activities that you had from the day. Like what you are doing in the level of expertise that you're providing is something that the parents cannot do, but they are entrusting you to be able to get it done for them. So if you have those 5 pillars, if you're making sure that the lens that the world of the children see and experience is a collaborative one. It is one where their critical thinking is charged. It is one where you are setting the standards to go above and beyond. That will make the difference. It's up to you to make the difference. And whether you know it or not, I want you to believe with me on today that you are making a difference. And again, for those of you who are watching me at this moment, you're in a program where you're making a difference. And now is the time to go even further, to push yourself to be the best that you can be. The children that are in your care right now, they are a part of the Alpha generation. Those are children that were born after 2010. Let's take a moment and let's sit down and let's think about this. Even for the past 3 to 5 years, and I'm sharing this because it's been shared with me, that many providers are seeing children that need more assistance with special needs. We're seeing a shift in the industry. We're seeing a shift in the care needed for children. And so if you are a part of this and you're seeing it, in order to make your day even greater and the day of the children even better, it is important that you are solid, that you make that choice to say that I am supposed to be here. I am going to ensure that my lesson plan and my curriculum is meeting the needs of the children. I'm going to ensure that my voice is not just the dominant voice of the classroom, it is a guiding voice in the classroom. It is a guiding voice to helping children, as it was in the video that you just saw, to be able to make decisions. Because if we don't help them to make decisions, these are going to be the same children in 20 years that are making decisions for us globally and even in our communities. So why not give them the best? So yes, y'all, today's session was wonderful. I'm looking so much forward to continuing to give you all information. It's not just in anecdotal form of what I've seen, heard, and experienced as an early childhood educator, but also continue to give you some statistical data on what we were able to observe from last year of the needs of programs. And so I was just so excited, and with the building of the team and looking at not only, the numbers. I'm not concerned about the financial numbers, but I'm concerned about ensuring that if this program in Illinois, or this program in Georgia, or this program in Alabama, this program in Michigan, looking at the patterns of what is happening, looking at what is needed, and then being able to help to facilitate meeting that need, that is exciting for me too. And then also the power of collaboration with being a part of different programs. So I'm excited. And I hope that you all are finding something that gives you joy, that you can be excited about too. So make sure that you meet us for the next evidence of learning that will be happening in July, but also stay tuned because I'm going to be coming on live and just giving you more information to help you, to help us all, not you, just you, but to help you, to help us all ensure that the early childhood education and childcare industry is no longer overlooked, no longer looked at as just babysitters, but that we are providing a valuable service. So that's all I got to say right now, y'all. Catch me later on a reel or a post, and I will talk with you soon. Thank you again so much for everybody who participated in today's session. It was wonderful, it was phenomenal, and I'm just kind of sad but that it didn't save, but apparently it was meant for me to also come back and share a little bit more with you all. So have a wonderful day. Be empowered. Know that you were chosen for a time such as this. Continue to get with us as much as you need. We are here to help you do everything that you can. You're looking to become nationally accredited and you need some guidance. Visit this website, ECE Circle Time. I just taught you something. Yes, I did. ECE Circle Time. And we will be glad to help you along in your journey. Until then, we are saying goodbye by saying hello because this goodbye is not a permanent goodbye, but it is a hello to your future and a hello to what is to come. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hola, 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 ¿cómo está? Estoy bien, estoy bien. Espero que tú estás bien. See y'all next time. Enjoy your day.